Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Monroe Mann YouTube Live Extravaganza. I am joined today by the lovely Kimmy Williams, fellow YouTuber, and as well as a tax lien investor, a nurse. I believe you're a nurse. Am I right?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Are you a nurse
Yes.
or not a nurse? A nurse and yeah, and a book author, two-time book author
Mhm.
as well. So I'm just curious too, how's the YouTube been going?
I'm learning like an AI program to learn how to edit and put things together, so that's fun.
Whoa, there's an AI program to help you edit and put videos together?
Yes.
What's the name of
In
what's the name of that?
video AI,
In video AI?
in video AI,
With an IN or just an N?
it's in video AI.
Ah. Do you find it
Really
helpful?
cool. It's very helpful. It's so fun, but it's like in its beta stage, so there's some like stalling. So you'll have to like click like thumbs up or thumbs down. So while I'm uploading things, they'll put like thumb down, and then I'll put a comment. I'll say this is taking too long or whatever the issue is, and then they'll try to fix it. So
In video AI. All right, well that's certainly very interesting. I'm curious to see how that
it's
works.
so fun. It's so fun.
How many subs are you up to now?
55.
All right, you're getting there.
I'm
And
like a little baby.
it's the baby steps that we need to do. So again, I'm glad you're on the live stream now, because then the next step is for you to start doing some of these. I saw you tried to do a live stream, but the camera was funky.
It was horizontal.
Yeah. Was that the only one that you've done?
Yes, and this one.
And this one. Okay. Well, this one will be better than the first one was the best because it was your first one, and no matter how well it did, you did it.
Right.
But
That's the whole point.
this one should be a little bit more successful in general. Though I don't see, again, the algorithm is constantly confusing. Look, we're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and there's only one person here.
Who
And it's
cares?
weird. Now there are 4 people, so it's
You're a good
weird.
company. This is fine. We don't need them.
No, we don't need them, but it's so hard to plan. What I'm going to start to do, I'm going to create a spreadsheet, and after every live stream, I'm going to be typing in how long was it, how many new subs did I get from it, how did I how many views, how many likes, how many chat messages, and then eventually I'm gonna feed that into Chat GPT, all that data,
Yeah.
and say, can you analyze this and tell me what trends you see, which streams are the most likely to get me more subs, and this and
Wait,
that.
wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
wait. I have to tell you, there's another AI program. It's called vidIQ, and it helps you optimize your titles and refine your scripting and everything. It's amazing. You
I
have to check
I
it
I,
out.
I did have a subscription. I did the 7-day trial to VidIQ. By the way, what's up, Ant Dog? How are you? Nice to see you. Guys, please click like. Please subscribe to the channel. My name is Monroe Mann. This is my friend Kimmy Williams. We're both YouTubers. So we're just talking about some YouTube strategies and things like that. I used vidIQ for 7 days for the free trial. I used it to make a few thumbnails
Mhm,
and some new titles and this and that. But I didn't. I ended up canceling it
mhm,
before I got paid the $200 for the year. The reason why is 99% of my subscribers, my fans, my followers, they are interested in either live streams or my shorts. My long videos, people watch them, but they're more
mhm,
like a bonus. It's
mhm.
not where I'm making money. Like you just saw on the last live stream, I made $29. I know 25 of that was you. Thank you, by the way, for the generous super chat.
My
But I'm
pleasure.
not getting. There's a thing called super thanks, which are on the long videos. So somebody could watch my long video and give me a $25 super thanks, but they usually don't. I've gotten a few of them on my music, and I
Mhm.
just thought, do I really want to spend $200 for something that's only going to really, I think, help my long videos? Because vidIQ came up, it's been around for a long time,
Mhm.
and they came out before there was live streaming and before there were shorts. So everything on vidIQ is still focused on the long videos. If you have a channel that you want to do long videos, it's great. But I've also found like the titles, I don't know. I don't think that I could change the titles 12 different times. It's still not going to make my long videos get a million views. So I don't know. Why do you want to use vidIQ? For what purpose?
Well, it's helping me open my mind and like trying to change the wording of things.
Mm-hmm.
And ChatGPT helps, but this really refines it, and it says, "Ooh, 96% likelihood of being clicked." So I thought that was helpful.
Yeah.
Um, and it also helps you write scripts too, so that you can put it onto the in video, and it will from the scripting you can make a video. So that was
Interesting.
really
All right, so
cool.
that's interesting. So now, did you subscribe to the monthly plan or the annual plan? Or are you still using the trial?
It's monthly.
Okay, it's monthly. So I'm
Hmm.
I'm curious. I'm glad you're trying it,
Hmm.
and maybe you will help uh, educate me and inspire me on different ways to use it. For me, I'm just thinking. Most of the stuff I'm doing is the live streams and the shorts, but maybe you'll find success with it in the long videos, and then maybe you'll say, Monroe, use it because I'm getting a lot of watch time. I'm getting a lot of. I mean, that's what you want on the long videos. You want either lots of views or lots of watch time, because where you're going to get most of the money from the longs is the advertisements.
Oh,
And so if you
okay.
can create a long video that gets you 10,000 views, you're going to
Hmm.
make maybe $5 to $10 off of it. But if you make a long video and it gets 40 views, which are most of my long videos get 40 to 100 views, you're not making a bunch of money off of it. Which is why, again, what's up? How you doing, Emma Waldman? Great to see you. My name is Monroe Mann, and who are you? This girl over here.
Me? Oh, me? I'm Kimmy. Hi.
So that's Kim. That's Kimmy Williams. So I wanted to ask you about the tax lien investing. Have you had? I know you've written a book on it. Have you done a number of tax lien investing, or are you still doing the research phase?
Still a baby with that too. I only got into it like in 2023. August 2023 was when I really got into it. I got the coaching, and I prepared for the auctions, researching and everything, doing the comps. I did like 6 auctions, 6 or 7 auctions like that. Um, but I didn't win. I was outbid because I'm still new. She's like, don't overbid, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really exciting when you go to the auction because everybody wants to win, but then you're like, you don't want to overbid. So it's
Where does
still
somebody find out where a tax lien investing auction is happening? Is that every month?
it depends. It depends. Because each state has like 20 counties or more. So each county has their own rule and they have their own time, their own criteria.
So
So
tax lien investment auctions happen on a county by county basis.
yes,
So I would need to, in Miami-Dade County, need to find, like, do a Google search, Miami-Dade County tax lien auctions.
yes. And everybody loves Florida. So you're like in a gold mine state. Somewhere
Interesting.
Brownsville, I think it's Brownsville County, people always refer to that. My coaches always refer to that. They're like,
Brownsville,
um,
Florida?
Brownsville County yeah, in Florida.
It's in Florida. Okay. Interesting. I would just like to go and just kind of observe and see what exactly happens at one of these events. How many have you gone to so far?
I went to one in Rhode Island, one in Pennsylvania, and then there's like, oh, there's one in Springfield, which isn't live, but it was canceled. It was like during the winter or something. And then there's like some online too, live auction bidding.
Oh, wow. And you went and you drove all the way down to Pennsylvania specifically for this tax lien investment auction?
It was during it was a 5 hour drive from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania. It's Lackawanna County.
Mm-hmm.
During that drive, there was an earthquake in New York, so that was pretty exciting.
Is there something vibrating? Is that your phone?
Yeah, somebody's calling me.
Are they calling you on your phone?
Yes.
No, it's funny. I could hear that. We could all hear the vibration really loud through the because the microphone picked up the vibration.
Oh, sorry. I was like,
So
oh,
we,
ignore it. But then you're like, somebody's calling you. I'm like, I know.
that's a good trip too. Is like get a separate get an iPhone SE that's not connected to the phone to potentially if you once you start getting into the live streaming that way also you can look at your phone as well. Oh, we can see if we can get above 5,500 subs too because
Yay!
we got there. We got there this morning on my channel to 5,500. Let's see if we get it. We got 5,502.
You gotta find
Hooray!
some soap to eat.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna find some soap to eat or something. I don't know.
I'm not eating any more soap. No more soap eating. What's up, cricket connoisseur? How are you? So here, I want you to practice this. Pretend that Ant Dog, Emma, and Cricket just arrived here, and you're looking through the chat. I want you to pretend like you're talking to them, because this is what you need to do on a live stream. So go ahead.
Hi, Emma Wademan and cricket connoisseur. What does that mean? Do you eat crickets? It's a real thing. They put chocolate on the crickets and they eat it.
I've heard about that. Some people actually eat crickets. That's crazy.
It's a source of protein.
So that's it. You're a pro already. That's exactly what you do. You just go, "What's up, Ant Dog? How are you? What's up, cuz on the Crip Gang?" And just interact with them. And you were natural. And you made a funny joke. You talked about the chocolate covered crickets. And so if you see anything in the chat, feel free to interact with them, and we'll see. By the way, if any of you have questions for Kimmy, feel free to throw them in the chat or me. The other thing that I wanted to let me ask this: who was outbidding you at the tax lien auctions? Were they companies or were they individuals?
Well, it depends. It depends. I never asked like, oh, we're all against each other. It's sometimes it's like a mom and pop, like one person, and sometimes it's like a really like suit and tie kind of guy in the front. But I've heard in North Carolina, like it's like a big company deal, like one thing in North Carolina.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they haven't had a reality show. Like they have storage wars, like for these
Yeah,
storage lockers. Wouldn't it great to have tax lien wars?
that would be
And,
so fun.
and we could learn about how to do tax lien investing by watching it, and maybe they're not doing it specifically because they don't want anyone else to get in on it.
Actually, and there's like certain like very particular rules in each county. It's like you want me to get a pink dog too? And what else? Like ring a bell? It's very particular. So you miss one thing, sorry, you can't get a bidder number. So you have to read everything. But it's fun to just attend and see how it's just like really some of them are really normal people who are just trying to get a home
Mm,
for like a deep discount.
super fascinating.
You should go
Interesting.
in Florida, yes. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's online, sometimes
I'll have
it's
to
in
go to one. I'll see how it is and just get an idea of what tax lien investing is like.
person. Hmm.
And you know, can I? You asked me to write a letter of recommendation for you before. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
So you're applying to MIT as an undergrad or
Yes.
master's, but you already
And
have
undergrad.
you already have an undergrad degree, right?
I'm an associate in nursing. Associate.
You have an associate's in nursing, and so what you're
Mhm.
applying to MIT to to study what?
Doctor, just like you.
Wow, really cool.
You have what? You wrote like what? Like 12 books? I got right. I'm gonna get in there. And then you're gonna become a doctor. I'm like, I'm gonna go for pre-med too.
Good. I think that's awesome. I would say this too. First of all,
Mhm.
I think you could probably get into MIT, but I would apply to other schools as well.
I have,
And
yes.
okay, that's good because honestly, you don't need that much. You have an associate's, you're a nurse already. You just need to get the pre med classes. I'm quite certain you'll get into med school just based on your background and your accomplishments so far. And if you can get your YouTube channel to grow, that's a good thing to put on a resume, especially if it's monetized and you're making money from it.
I know.
That's a nice thing and you have plenty of time. You've got 2 years before you would potentially be able to, or maybe 3 years because you haven't even got it into the school yet. So 3 years, then you could start applying to med schools. I think that's pretty cool. And it says, by the way, also, why do you want to be a doctor? Because I want to share with my YouTube fans, medical knowledge and things like that. And what do you think? Have you done any research into the MCATs yet? The medical college admissions test?
Well, me, no.
Yeah.
It's
I,
just a wild dream.
no, it's that terrible test you got to take. It's like the SATs to get into college. The MCAT is the SATs to get into medical. Here, let's see if we know. We're gonna play. What do Monroe and Kimmy know? And
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to know 90% of these questions, but we're going to just play around. I'm going to grab one from here. Here, look, there are six. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories on the MCAT. So let's grab one question from each, and we'll see if either of us have any idea what the answer is. All right, and you guys can participate too. Okay. Oh, cool. Bummer. I looked at it. I saw the answer. Or we have to get a different card. Let me turn it around so then I won't see the answer. Now these cards are so packed. This is the worst. All right, there we go. All right, this is from the behavioral sciences. Memory that does not require conscious recall consists of skills and conditioned behavior. If it doesn't require conscious recall, I would say the subconscious memory, or I don't know. Do you have a guess?
This is behavioral science?
Yeah, behavioral sciences. Memory that does not require conscious recall is called what?
There's no like multiple choice?
No, you just got to know what the answer is.
That's not fair.
At least on this card, it's like a look. It's just a card here, and I haven't looked at the answer, and I'm guessing like subconscious memory or. All right, let's see.
I don't even know
Implicit.
the
The answer
vocabulary.
is implicit memory. Implicit memory. Oh my gosh! I just thought this is an awesome way to study for the MCAT. I could do a YouTube live streams.
Yes.
And we just try to
We
quiz each
like that
other
in study
on.
hall.
So you and I can study together. All right, here's a question from biochemistry. I've never
Okay.
taken biochemistry, so I definitely don't know the answer.
It's like a
Be,
nightmare. Okay, go ahead.
being attracted to water
Mhm.
describes polar and charged compounds and those that can participate in hydrogen bonding. Being attracted to water, it's like hydrophilic. That's my guess. Hydrophilic. Do you have a guess?
Hydroponic.
I'm right. Hydrophilic.
Okay. Okay,
Wow.
cool.
Look at that. I didn't take biochem yet, and I guessed that one right. All right, let's go to the
Hydrophilic.
next
Okay,
one.
cool.
All right, biology. Here's a biology question. This is the oxygen carrying component of blood.
Mhm.
These anaerobic cells, which lack organelles, are packed with hemoglobin and have a characteristic biconcave disc-like shape that facilitates gas exchange and mobility within blood vessels, also called red blood cells.
Mhm.
So what's another word for red blood cells? Oh, I think I know what it is.
There's no choice?
No, but I think it starts with an H.
Hematocrit? Hemoglobin? I
I
don't know.
think so. That's what I'm thinking. Hemoglobin. No, we're both wrong.
What is it?
Erythrocytes.
Oh yeah, like no, I don't remember that one. No.
Erythrocytes. What the heck is an erythrocyte? I guess we now know, guys. An erythrocyte are the oxygen carrying components of blood.
Okay.
Boy, this is making studying a lot more fun, isn't it?
Yes.
We gotta do this. We're gonna be doing this together. This is good. All right, next one from a different category is general chemistry. The charge assigned to an atom in a molecule or polyatomic ion assuming even division of the electrons in a bond. Molecules containing atoms with lower formal charges tend to be more stable than those with higher formal charges. I'll read it again. The charge, so it's got to be either positive or negative, I would think.
Right. Right.
The charge assigned to an atom in a molecule or polyatomic ion, assuming even division of the electrons. Does that mean it's neutral? Can you have, wait, in chemistry, can you have a neutral ion? Or does it have to be positive or negative?
I don't see why not.
Let's see, so I'm going to guess and say neutral. Nope.
No?
Formal charge.
Really?
The formal charge, the charge assigned. No wonder this live stream is not getting a massive number of views, but I can understand who the heck wants to be listening to science quizzes on very complex topics. All right, organic chemistry. Sounds terrible. These are isomers that can only interconvert by breaking bonds. It includes enantiomers, diastereomers, diastereomers, and cis-trans isomers. I have no idea. Do you have any idea?
No.
So these isomers can only interconvert by breaking bonds. Oh, of course, configurational isomers. I should have known.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey guys, anybody who gets into medical school, you got to tell them they are pretty dang smart, or at least they've studied a
Out of their mind.
amount, yeah, like crazy amount. What's the next question? Is from physics and math. This states that when light waves strike a medium, the angle of incidence, angle subscript I, is equal to the angle of reflection, angle subscript R. It states that when light waves strike a medium, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. I have no idea.
No.
I haven't gotten to that yet in my physics class. The law of reflection. You know what's funny? That's like obvious. The angle of incidence, so the angle that something comes off, is equal to the angle of reflection, and that's the law of reflection. Which makes, so is this making you want to become a doctor more or less?
I'm open to the challenge.
Yeah, me too. I'm still kind of think it might be interesting. Pickles. Let's remove that message. That's disgusting. So that somebody just gave a very disgusting message, and that's what you sometimes have to do is keep an eye on them and then delete some of these messages from the naughty people in the peanut gallery. Let me put these questions away. So anyway, this gives me an idea for live streams that I can do later after I guess I could do it beforehand too. But we could do let's study for the MCAT.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that would make it a lot more fun. And you know what? It works by doing it with somebody else too, where there's like a quiz where I'm asking you, and we see how many of us get the right questions. I know for you, it's been even though you're a nurse, just like with me being a lawyer, you end up becoming a specialist and you remember the things that you do most often.
Right.
I don't remember most of the stuff from tax law, from whatever, criminal procedure and stuff. I haven't done it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I have to tell you something. There's a guy called Ted Thomas, and he has a workshop going on in Melbourne, Florida, at the end of March.
Are you coming?
I already went there like last year, but I'm just telling you because
what kind of workshop does he do?
He talks about the tax lien. There's coaches there who have done it for like 20 years.
I see. Okay.
So you can go in there and start asking questions.
Okay.
Yeah, Melbourne. His name is Ted Thomas. He's the bomb. He's very nice.
Thank you for that. I'll have to look that up. KR, aka Bobby McPherson, says trying to become a doctor after a certain age, your brain doesn't have the capacity to learn that much that fast because it's not growing. Well, the brain has neuroplasticity all the time, and I'm sure Kimmy would agree. And
Yes.
I do not like any. It is none. It is untrue that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, and it is untrue that you cannot learn a language when you're older. That's just an excuse lazy people, old lazy people use to prevent them from actually making an effort. If I want to study for the MCAT and pass it
Mhm.
and get into
Mhm.
med school, I can do it.
Yes.
It's not a question of can I get into med school? I can. Right now, I got a 64% on my physics midterm. It's not because
Okay.
I'm dumb or stupid. It's because I
Mhm.
didn't study very hard. Because I have a million and a half other things that I'm dealing with. And all I care about is I just honestly want to get a B or a C in the class so that I can then, because it's true, if your MCAT scores are really good, they're not going to care. If I do a good score in the MCAT that shows that my physics knowledge is good, they're not going to care that I got a C in physics in undergrad,
Okay.
because getting a good MCAT score shows that you actually do understand physics, biochem, math. So all I'm doing is just getting the bare minimum requirements that I need. I just need. I'm in the middle of physics one. This summer I'll do physics two, and in the fall I'll do biochemistry, and that's basically everything that I need to start applying to med schools. But before I start applying, I think I'm going to then start really working on the MCAT thing and starting to feel like I'm getting comfortable with that. You can't really apply to med schools until you've got the MCAT completed.
Mhm.
Um, KR says that's pretty cool. I like that. KR, interactively and people challenging their brains is always good. I agree. I'm going to sub, and I don't sub to many. Thank you, KR.
Awesome. Yes. You
let's
dare
let
to
let's
dream.
see if there is a new sub there. We were at 5,502 right at the beginning. Now
Okay.
we're at 5,502. So
Five
he said
thousand
I'm
six hundred.
no, we actually lost a sub. So KR,
Okay.
I think you're lying to me about subbing. No problem, Kara. I don't take offense very easily. Uh, thank you, KR. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to apply to med school, but I do know that I want to finish all of the requirements,
Okay.
and that's why Kemi is applying to MIT now. She may or may not become a doctor, but it would be pretty cool to have a what would you major in? Biology, I guess.
I'm actually really open because it's like a technological school, so they have robots and all that. So I'm kind of into robots too. So I'm
Oh,
just gonna
okay.
go
What's your associates in? Nursing?
in nursing. Yeah,
So do you already have like bio one and bio two?
a long time ago. I had chemistry. I had chemistry. I
You
didn't
did
have
chemistry. Did you do any physics yet?
no, not for nursing. No,
Okay. Did you
just
do any
biology.
did you do biochemistry yet?
No, just very
Okay.
basic
So
chemistry.
those are the classes that you need to make sure that you would like make sure whatever program you do, if you get into MIT, whatever, is make sure it satisfies. I mean, you need 2 semesters of biology, 2 semesters of physics, you need calculus,
Mhm.
uh, 2 semesters of you need 2 semesters of inorganic. You need 1 semester usually of organic chemistry, and then you need biochemistry. Um, anyway,
Anyways, one
uh,
class at a time. It's just the experience of going there, being brave enough to dream and do it. Some people just talk and sit on their ass. So
that's
good
right,
for
guy. And
you.
by the way,
Good for
none of you
you.
guys should talk and sit on your ass. You need to get off your ass. That's what I talk about
Yes,
a lot. Where is MIT? Is it in Boston or is it in Cambridge or where?
Cambridge. It's in Cambridge.
And where do you work? In Boston
I work in
itself or Cambridge?
I work in Rosendale, which is like I don't know, like 20 minutes away.
Okay, so would you be able to go to MIT and continue your job as a nurse?
Yeah, I usually work on the weekends, so that works out.
That's okay. That's really cool. All
Per
right,
diem, I can,
KR says I just did. Let's see. All right, we're up to 5502 again. Can we get to 5,503, please? We cannot be stuck at 5,502. Though, thank you for KR for bringing us back up again.
Thank you, KR.
And Anthony says you need medical terminology.
Okay.
You don't need medical terminology to get into med school because that's why you go to med school.
Oh.
is to become a doctor and learn it. You just need to learn those basic, all those subjects I just told you about for the MCAT: physics,
Mhm.
chemistry, biochemistry, behavioral science, and what was the other one? Bio, wait, physics, chemistry,
Calculus.
biochemistry, calculus, like math, physics, and
Mhm.
behavioral science. Yeah, those are them.
What does your shirt say?
Oh, it says the Republic of Cuba, and it just lets people think I'm supporting Cuba. I'm not supporting the current Cuba. I'm reminding people of what Cuba could be once again.
Oh.
Cuba used to be the coolest place to visit
Oh,
back in the
okay.
20s, but then there was that revolution over there, and the communists took over, and it's been a terrible country ever since.
Okay. But nice color though.
I honestly, the main reason is because of the color. I like the red color, and it was a nice fitted T-shirt with the what do you call it? The sleeves are very fitted, and so this probably could have said "I love Joe Biden," and and I would probably still wear it because it's red and it's got a nice sleeves on it.
Yeah, you should just make Monroe t-shirts like that. Just sell it.
I keep forgetting to do that. I gotta create merchandise that I could sell in my store. I keep
That
forgetting
you
to do
like.
that. I keep forgetting to do that. I absolutely should do that.
You should make like Monroe teddy bear or something. I don't know.
A Monroe teddy bear, a Rowie bear.
A
Uh,
Romy bear.
Everybody needs a Rowie bear. How
Of
can I only have
course.
Kimmy? We only have 2 likes on here. That's tough. Come on, guys, double tap the screen.
Only two likes. That's all right. I don't care if you don't like me.
It's not about not liking you. It's about not liking either of us.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I'm sorry.
We we should be able to get a couple. Wait, finally, we got 3 likes. Yeah,
Oh, yay. Thank you.
yay, Hazam. And let's see. Cuba is exploitative vacation spot. Yeah,
Okay.
I've never gone to Cuba, and I don't think I would go to Cuba for vacation for that same reason. KR says I took AP Chem and physics in high school. My bandmates during college took OChem and biochem at stuff. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to finishing Physics 1. I'm very much not looking forward to Physics 2, except for the fact that Physics 2, I think, starts talking about electricity and
Mm,
sound. And I like electricity and sound more than I do gravity and friction. I also I'm an amateur radio operator, so I know a little bit about circuits and circuit boards, capacitors, resistors, and things like that. And so I think that'll be fascinating. But the biochemistry, ugh. The
yeah.
problem with that is I haven't taken the last chemistry classes I took were in 1995 in
Wow.
in at Greenville, Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina. So I'm going to have to relearn inorganic chem, relearn organic chem, relearn biology, and then unless I'm hoping maybe biochem is kind of separate. Like sometimes it combines bio and chem, but it's its own animal.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I won't have to. Maybe it'll be stuff that's it's just separate. Maybe it's not cumulative. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Anthony says I needed Greek and Latin roots and medical term for health science track at UW.
Okay.
Pre-nursing med. Yeah, but what I'm saying is medical schools. Well, here's the other thing. Maybe I only looked at the requirements I was missing, but I have so much language education. I know so many languages, and I've studied so much psychology and stuff that I don't really look at that. And let's see what else we got. If you forgot to like it, SM says physics was my favorite subject in school. Frequencies are cool, and SM likes the lifelong pursuit of knowledge. You've subbed and will follow along in this journey. Well, let's see if we're at 5503. We are at 5503.
Woohoo!
Huzzah, SM. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, so by the way, Kimmy has a channel too. It's at
Oh,
What's on Kimmy's Mind. At What's on Kimmy's Mind. And she's got a smaller channel, but we're trying to bolster her up and get her going. And So you can follow her journey with tax liens, her working on her next book, her adventure applying to MIT and other schools for pre-med, and and she also has a bunch of cats and fish, and sometimes you see squirrels and other different animals on her channel. Am I right?
Yes.
How many cats do
Amazing.
you have?
I have a one official one that's like 13 years old, and then the other like four are his friends that he invites over.
I don't understand when you're not in Maine, because that's where your house is,
Mhm.
and you're living in the hotel in Boston for work. Who takes care of the cat?
My brother lives up there.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So when you go back up there on the weekends, oh, no, excuse me, during the week, wait, where are you right now?
I'm in Waltham,
You're in Boston,
Massachusetts. Yeah,
but you said you work on the weekends.
yeah.
So
But
what do
I
you do?
just do my job up there, so I'm here.
Oh, so you just kind of chill out. Do they pay for the hotel?
No,
Oh,
they could, but it's different agency, different agencies.
okay. Very interesting. SM says, yes, I watched all her shorts and I'll sub there too. I'm a nurse
Ah,
too. So I'm sure we've got a lot in common. So Kimmy, what's one of your best memories being a nurse? What are you like? What's one of the great memories working as a nurse?
huh. I like celebrating the birthdays. It's birthdays and Christmas is always fun.
With whom? Your patients?
My patients, because it's a group home. With like, so we took them out of the nursing home into a group home. So they own room and they live there until they die. So I take care of some of them. One lady has been with me in my care for 16 years. So like Christmas and birthdays is a big deal. It's a big house. It's like 10,000 square feet. We put balloons out. We dress her up like a queen and we just take pictures and stuff. It's really fun.
So have you had a lot of your patients die on
Yeah.
your watch?
But not on my time, but yes, during yes, they cross over to the other side. Yes.
Is that weird? Like being around so many people who die? Like, do you have a better understanding of death? Do you have a better appreciation of it? Does it not scare you, or does it scare you more?
Um, it doesn't scare me. You're just passing through. You know, Earth is just a little playground, so it doesn't scare me. But it does make me sad. I do, have a crying fit, and then I get over it, and then life goes on. It's we can't
So
escape it.
you cry a lot because of people dying at the home?
No, well, yeah, you do get upset. Yes, it's a normal human emotion. Yes, I do.
Wow. Do you like Athena? Oh, let me see. KR. Andrew says she seems like a great lady, and she is.
Thank you.
But no, she just seems like a great lady.
I'm really crazy now.
She's a crazy, crazy cat lady.
Yes,
SM says, same here. I can't imagine being one of those people that don't try to learn new things every day. Knowledge is not only power, it's paramount. What I read recently, which is true, knowledge is not power, it's the use of that knowledge that is power.
that's true.
Because there are people who read and read and read and are useless because they're repositories of information that they do nothing with. So you want to grab as much knowledge as you can and then apply that to your life, apply that to make other people's lives better.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Kimmy?
Yeah, you have to implement. So, you can't just hold. You have to take action.
Take action. That is right. Andrew says, I think people like her deserve more pay than most fields. It takes a saint. I think really good professional YouTube live streamers, such as myself, should be paid more too. We've gone right 40 minutes and we haven't gotten one super chat or one gift. Not one
Oh,
super chat or one gift. And Kimmy and I are giving a lot of ourselves to you guys today. Athena says, "How do you deal with the deaths? Is it hard every time, or you used to it? Are you used to it now? Like, do you try not to make a personal connection?" I think you answered that, and that you do make personal connections with them all, and every time you lose one of them, it's difficult and it's painful and it hurts.
It does.
Do you
Feel
believe
like
in
I'm
God?
feeling
Do
it.
you
Huh.
believe in God?
I believe in myself. I don't know.
Well,
There's a
what
higher
do you
power.
you said we're just passing through, so where are we passing through to?
I think we are like, just lights, just lights, higher beings just playing around on Earth, and then we leave our bodies, and then we come back to light.
Hmm.
We are one. We're all light.
Why don't you believe in God?
I don't know. God sounds like one person. I don't think one person. There's a collective.
But what started the Big Bang? How did that happen?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you ever think about it?
Well, I've heard about it, but I didn't really like go into it.
I
But
mean, the universe is, I think, 13 billion years old,
okay.
and the universe started at one point, and it started with the Big Bang. The universe is still expanding. It's like, science says that something cannot come from nothing. I don't know. For me, I just feel like the only explanation is God set this Big Bang into motion and created the universe. I have yet to find an atheist to explain the Big Bang. They just go, "Oh, I don't know."
I'm not an atheist means you don't believe in anything, right?
Well, an atheist believes you don't believe in God because it
Well,
means a of that Greek prefixes means no, and theist comes from theology, which is talking about a being, a higher being. So an atheist, by definition, is there is no higher being.
I believe in higher beings, but higher beings, like many beings,
So
not
you're so
one
you
God.
you believe in like the Greek gods or the Roman gods or something like that?
Sure, sure.
So
Like a higher power,
do you
yes.
think Zeus is a real thing, the god of
Yes,
war? And
possibly.
maybe, okay, that's fascinating.
Mhm.
And okay, SM says sorry if it offends you on the comment about exploitative vacation. No, it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't take. It doesn't take. It takes a lot to insult me on here. I don't care if people insult me or say things that express their opinions. That's fine. It's some people are really gross, and some people are just very rude, and those are the ones that are problematic. KR says Andrew, no doubt, nurses and doctors, military. I'm also all right. I'm also a Bronze Star nominated Iraq War veteran. If you don't want to super chat me for being an entertaining live streamer, you can super chat me for my service to the United States of
Right.
America. That's a really good one. I can say,
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking for a reason to super chat me, it's because I'm a veteran.
Yes, and he has a great shirt on. There you
And I've
go.
got well, I don't have a gray shirt on, it's a red shirt.
Great, great.
I
Red and
know.
black.
I know. Did we get another sub? No, we're still at 5,503. Tough audience today.
Tough out, tough out, tough out.
And Andrew says, love and hearts. Right on. Death is a part of life, says KR. It hurts to lose. Can you see that comment? Can you scroll up and see that comment? Like
What?
KR, it says death is a part of life.
Uh, Toaster, I'm here. KR, of that.
Keep going higher.
KR, you didn't offend me. You just gave your opinion.
All right. So the one right below that.
Death is a part of life.
Yeah. So all right. So here you're gonna practice your YouTube live streamer. Read that. Read that from KR.
Hmm.
Says KR says, and then I
Okay,
want you to give your opinion or feedback on what he said.
okay. So KR says death is a part of life. It hurts to lose people you love, but we all have to go through it, and nobody gets out of that. Nothing to be scared of more than anything else you have no control over. That's right. You have no control over it. You should be scared of the living, not the dead.
You know what? I read a quote the other day. I don't know where I heard it from, but it said, "Never mourn the dead." By the way, there's a super chat for $2, so thank you. We'll go to that in 1 second. Do not never mourn the dead while they're still with us.
Right.
Like, don't mourn the dead until they are.
Right.
And so, what does that mean? Like my dad died 7 years ago. My mom is getting older, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I hope my mom doesn't die this year. I hope. It's like, why are you mourning someone that is still here? Instead
Right.
of getting worried about it, I should just go over there and go, hey mom, want to go for a walk? Stop worrying about it. Let me see who that super chat was. Mr. KRAR, Bobby McPherson. Bobby McPherson. First
Thank
super chat
you.
you've ever done. Welcome to the
Thank
club.
you.
You get a salute from Captain Monroe Mann. And you get to go onto the super board right under Kimmy. Kimmy gave me an awesome $25 super chat. She is the super chat queen on the channel for March because she's got the highest super chat from a woman. All right, we got KRAR, $2.
Thank you, KR.
First time. Well, KR, I am honored that I am the person with Kimmy. It's a joint effort, but I'm honored that you decided to do your first super chat on a Monroe Man live stream. That's pretty awesome. Let me just catch up here. Violent Sneeze says, I work for my money and do not give to beggars. Well, then I'm just timing you out for 24 hours. See you later. Because I am working. I'm doing
Yes.
it. This is a lot of effort. This is a lot of work to be sitting here talking, using my brain, and this and that. So, bye. Athena says, I only super chat to be mean. I'm in a good mood today. Sorry, no money for you. Come on, Athena. There's got to be something you can say negative about me. Come on, my forehead, receding hairline, my ugly necklace,
What?
my.
It's fine.
I know, but we have to give Athena something negative because otherwise he only super chats when he insults me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
What dark?
can you give Athena something to super chat me about?
Well, you're gonna die one day.
That's right.
You could be
Unbelievable.
next.
I am gonna die one day. What's up, Catherine Graham? Great to see you. KR says, I love that. That's a far superior quote. Yes, thank you. That's a very good point on the knowledge is only power if you use it and implement it. Yeah, 100%. Knowledge it's the use of the power. Look, I've got all these books here, right? And I read all these books. That's knowledge. It's going in the head. But too many people just read it and it goes in there. When I'm reading that book, I'm taking notes. I'm using the margins to create strategies and plans. Then when I'm done with it, I'll go through and take notes again, and then try to think about how can I actually apply this to my life. If you read a book and you do not immediately say, how do I apply it to my life, you are making a huge mistake. Kimmy, what's the last book you've read that where you learned something?
I like Tony Robbins' book.
All right, which one?
He wrote a life force book. It's a life force, meaning prana. Prana is life force, and how we all have it, and like the food we eat, the words we use creates an energy field.
What about the food? What about the food we use and the words we eat?
That we can eat words.
Don't I say that? You're gonna eat your words one of these days.
um,
You're
I
gonna.
don't know what that means. Like, what kind of words?
Hold on, I forgot to put away my. I made a yummy ham sandwich with toasted bread, and for me and my mom, and it was delicious. What's your favorite what sandwich do you like to create at home that you like the most?
I like tortillas. Like butter the tortillas and then I don't know, put it in eggs. I had eggs and tortilla, avocado, and sour cream today.
Mmm, that sounds
Mm,
pretty good too.
yeah,
That
with
sounds
some hot
pretty good
sauce.
too. Oh, toaster's here.
Hi,
Very
toaster.
good. It's good to have the toaster in the house. Toaster's back. And yeah, Estem says violent. It's not begging. It's supporting up and coming creators. They're sharing knowledge and entertaining for free compensation. The form of tips is appreciated. Thank you very much. But I already timed him out for 24 hours. You know what's funny? I just realized when you time someone out for 24 hours, I think they're still able to watch the live stream. I think they can still stick around and watch. They just can't
Comment.
participate in the chat anymore. So,
Okay.
Violent, if you're still there, your voice has been taken away from you for 24 hours.
All right.
Athena says that Kimmy is agnostic. Well, no, because agnostic means that she doesn't know. But she what Athena's saying is, so she's a pluralistic, a believer in pluralistic gods.
Yes.
Okay. Prakash, the king, says good night.
Good night.
In Anchor says in quantum physics something can come from nothing.
Yeah.
I still don't believe that. I still am pretty sure that those scientists don't even understand quantum physics. They're making things up. Something cannot come from nothing. That's impossible.
Mm.
Let me ask ChatGPT, because I don't think that's true. And let's
So you're asking ChatGPT if nothing can come from something can come from nothing?
yeah, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Hold on one second. I'm having a discussion about science, and I've always learned that in science, something can never come from nothing. Oh, it says connection failed. Tap to retry. Connection failed. Why does the connection keep failing?
I don't know.
All right. Well, ChatGPT is completely stinking right now. Let me try this again. So I'm having a science discussion, and I've always learned that something can never come from nothing, because I think it's the third law of thermodynamics that matter cannot neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes form.
Okay.
So, but someone's saying that in quantum physics, that something can come from nothing. Can you tell me who is right?
Your understanding relates to the law of conservation of mass energy, which is a fundamental principle in physics. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. This principle applies to classical physics and is a cornerstone of our understanding of the physical universe. In quantum physics, however, there are phenomena that might seem to challenge this classical idea. For example, the concept of quantum fluctuations in a vacuum suggests that particles can spontaneously appear and disappear, which might be interpreted as something coming from nothing. This doesn't violate the conservation of energy, but rather reflects the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics. The energy involved in these fluctuations is typically extremely small and quickly balanced out. So, both perspectives can be correct in their respective contexts. Classical physics governs macroscopic phenomena, while quantum physics describes the behavior of particles at the microscopic level. Both are fundamental to our understanding of the universe.
Yeah. So I still think that something cannot come from nothing, because what does she say is that within that quantum realm, it's still constantly balancing back and forth. Something gets created instantaneously, but then something else just disappears. So the entire system there's still a conservation of energy. It's not like something is just coming out of thin air, and there are four hats or four bunnies, and then suddenly there are five bunnies. No, what he's saying is that maybe there's a fifth bunny that's created, but that removes the other bunny, which is not the same thing as something coming out of nothing. It means that something was created, but then something else had to disappear in order for that new something to. So, anyway, I still think you are.
So wait.
Go
So
ahead.
what happens? What happens? Okay, a thought is something, right? A thought is something. A thought like, ooh, I'm angry. I'm gonna go push him. So you created something. Nothing became something, right? Is
Yeah,
that
but
quantum
but
physics?
but 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 the thought itself came from the brain. The thought did not come out of thin air. Our brain did whatever it does, like the supercomputer that it is, and then that transmuted into a thought, and then that thought, we then acted upon it, and we turned it into something.
I'm thinking the brain just says, the brain controls the body, saying, "Ooh, breathe, blink, heartbeat." Okay, that's all it does. It doesn't do any thinking. Your brain is just fat, and your mind is something else. Your mind is controlled by your soul.
That's
And
true. Now that's a very theistic view of things. That the brain is the physical thing, but the mind is the soul. Yeah, very, very, very fascinating. It is. No, it is. It's fascinating, very fascinating stuff. Catherine says, God ain't really, I think, because it won't be one person who changed everything. And Mon, we're on the, she's calling me Mon now. And Mon, before you ask what started the Big Bang, Zeus would be the clouds. Zeus, he controls the sky. Yeah, but that's an interesting question. Most of the times I'm talking about the Big Bang, I'm thinking about just God in general, and then I brought up the Roman gods and Zeus, and now it's complicating things. But even so, Zeus, if let's just say those Roman gods are true, and Zeus controls the skies, this or that, then Zeus then created the Big Bang. Okay, that's fine, but it's still created by something. Then people always say, well, what created God? What created Zeus? Or what? I always say that's we've got, someone's calling me from Lanai City, Hawaii. I'm sure it's some telemarketer. So good job, KRAR. First super chat on a live stream.
Good job.
KR says thank you. Oh, it says you're welcome. Catherine says hi. KR says my father turned 75 this year. Wearing a life vest. I spend as much time as I can with him. It'll hurt when he's gone, but I do my best not to worry about it beforehand. Makes me tear up instantly. Yeah, and KR, I think that's that quote that I was talking about. Don't mourn the dead until or don't mourn the dead while they're still living. You're working yourself up about, like, I'm single. I don't have kids, and I don't have a really strong connection of friends here in Miami Beach, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if my mom passes away, oh, that's gonna be. Monroe, stop worrying about it now. I remember when I was in college, I was in Switzerland, and I was scared to go away. My dad was in his 70s at the time, and I thought, oh my God, I don't want to go away for 2 years to Switzerland. What if my dad dies? I worried for 2 years while I was in Switzerland. Did he die? No. I came back home, and then, like 7 years later, I went to Iraq for a year, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if my dad dies while I'm in Iraq? It's funny. I was more concerned about what if my dad dies while I'm in Iraq rather than what if I die when I'm in Iraq. But I got home after a year. Did he die? No. And now he was in his 80s. And bottom line is he died at 95 years old. And so that was pretty good. And I was, I had my mom with me, and I spent the last 6 months with my dad. And I spent, like, just like you're spending time with your dad, KR. We have to train ourselves. Stop worrying about things that have not happened yet. And Mark Twain always says, he goes, I've had some terrible things happen to me in my life, some of which actually happened. The idea being that we all worry about things, and most of the time it doesn't come to pass. So you're worrying about your dad. You think that this might be his last year. My friend from Iraq, Sergeant Hafke, he got diagnosed with cancer back in like 2007. And he was given 6 months to live. I just talked to him the other day. He's still alive. He still has cancer. He still goes to these treatments. It's still terrible. But I've gotten to the point where I feel like he keeps crying wolf about dying in a funny way, because, like, he just wrote to me. He said, I just finished all the treatments. There's nothing left for them to do for me. And I said, Sergeant Half, you've been beating death for 15 years. You're going to probably beat death another 15 years. Like, why worry about stuff that we can't control? And why rob yourself of the time you have with your dad now by worrying and crying over, I'm going to be so sad when he's gone. And me being, I'm going to be so sad when my mom's gone. Of course I will be, but how about I spend the time I can with her? And who knows what happens when she does die? Maybe I'll be married. Maybe I'll have kids at that time. Maybe I'll have a really good, strong support of friends. It'll still hurt, but part of the fear of when she dies is that I feel like I'll be completely alone because I don't have a family.
Oh.
But maybe I will have a family by that time. What's your advice for KR?
Well, I used my first nursing job was called Leland Home, and it was created by a lady who just took in old people, and she cared for them until they died, so that I guess they wouldn't be alone, she wouldn't be alone, and it was a nursing home. So I don't know. I don't have kids or or husband, so I was thinking if I found like a motel or a hotel, and I would just put people there, put old people there, take care of them, so they don't have to be alone. I won't be alone, so I don't have to worry about husband or kids. That's my. Everybody should have a hotel with people.
I think that's true. I mean, that's a really good advice. I mean, and it's sometimes scary being living alone. Most of the time it's not, but every once in a while I'll have a little health scare or something. Like whenever I get food poisoning, for some reason I end up like getting lightheaded and maybe fainting a little bit. It's a weird thing. I don't know why that happens, but it always scares the crap out of me because it feels like I'm gonna die. And when it has happened to me, it's always been with me generally by myself. And it's not a fun feeling to be in a medically helpless situation and you're by yourself. And so what you're doing, I mean, what you want to do, like that idea, I think is really great. To and it's kind of what I'm doing with my not-for-profit break diving. I People have such a great social life when they're in school, in college, or in high school, but then they leave and then they just go to a job and then they come home and your life changes dramatically and suddenly you have no friends, you don't do anything with anyone. So the idea of break diving, guys, if you want to join, and Kimmy, I'd love you to join break diving. You would oh, wait, did you join? You did join.
Yes.
You know what it is? I haven't seen you there in about a month and a half. Where the heck have you been, you lazy bum?
I've been busy.
You need to get busy saying hi to the people on Breakdive. Come to breakdiving.io, guys. You can join. It's this beautiful global personal growth community. And my mission is to create this thing where it's like where even after you graduate school, you're a part of breakdiving for the rest of your life. So it's sort of like this social, you get the same social support that you get when you're in high school or when you're in college, but it's now for wherever you go in the world, it's global and for the rest of your life. And maybe eventually breakdiving could have some of these really cool nursing homes where it's like along the lines of what you're doing, where it's really cool in the places where you can grow old with friendships and this and that, and doing it in such a way. These nursing homes are so horribly expensive these days. Like they got to do something to reduce the cost because it's just terrible. Catherine says, I respect you, KR. You made Rocco happy. Rocco's one of my comedy characters that I do on here. KR says, I can't stand people would come on lives to fight with other people because they can't see their face. Yeah, it is annoying. People have experienced birth defects as a result of their past life. Karma. Well, I don't go so far as saying that. That's pretty tough.
That could be. That could be. Oh, we're talking about me? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, fellow intellectuals, for giving me this man some hope. You're welcome, KR. Stank as I'm kissing on my homie. I just broke his energy shield. Got to break the energy shield. Good for you if you're taking care of your mother. Yeah, I am the best son ever. And if karma is a thing, I'm gonna be reincarnated as Huzzah! I don't know, something amazing. I'm gonna be born into wealth. And let me see what else. Check out my paragraph before the super chat. Before the super chat. Yeah, I read that one about Zeus. What else we got? Tips don't announce how long you time them out for. As don't announce how long you time them out for, as YouTube doesn't tell them. And it's funny to think that they're going to keep trying to rage. SM, that is very good for me to know. They don't know how long they've been timed out.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a very good tip. I've been doing this for 9 months now, and I assumed it would say you've been timed out for 1 minute. You've been timed out for 5 minutes. I love it. Very cool. What does this Athena say? Oh, I don't know what Athena said there. ChatGPT is amazing. Catherine, science stuff is called learning, not lying. I love it. It's called learning, not lying. How many more? Are we almost at the bottom? Yeah, almost there. Don't mourn while alive. That's right. All good men care for others over themselves. Oh, that is true. Yeah, my dad was 95, and all I'm saying is KR is miracles happen all the time, and we can't explain why things don't happen. Don't be worried. Don't mourn your dad's death until he's dead. Don't worry about that. He's alive. Enjoy your time with him. Make some plans. Go on some trips. Use the fact that you think he's on his deathbed to go do some fun things. Maybe you end up doing so many more fun things with him because of that. Cancer was terrible. Free boat, I agree. KR says, I've watched so many people come so close to death and then they're still speaking a decade later. That is true. Freebo drove his mom to every chemo treatment, hugged her and loved her every moment. Not a day goes by when I don't miss her. You know what? It's better to miss your mom after giving her everything in her last days than miss your mom and regret that you didn't spend every possible moment you could with her. And this is also why I believe in God. Like, I believe my dad is up in there in heaven, and that when I die, I'm going to see him again. And I'm going to see my grandma. I'll see my friend Pete Sears, who died when we were in 6th grade. I'll see my friend Tom Shirillo, who died when I was a freshman in high school. I believe these people are still there. The soul lives on.
It does.
And Freeboat says his mom was only 56. Oh, wow, look at that. KR. I'm gonna come back to Mr. Well, let me talk with Freeboat's comment first. She was only 56. First, let that be a reminder to all of you that you don't know when you're gonna die. And you don't know when your family and friends are gonna die. So take advantage of every moment you have with them. And as we were talking before, get off your ass and stop being lazy. If you want to do something, what year to do it? Not 2026. You do it now, 2025, because you may not have a 2026. So just keep that in mind. And Freeboat, also remember, there are some folks that lost their mom at 46, some that lost their mom at 36, 26, 16. Some people never even got to meet their mom. I always think about that too. Whenever I'm thinking about sad, I'm thinking about my dad, or thinking about losing my mom, think about how many kids never met his or her mom or dad. So like you're grateful. You're one of the lucky ones. You lived with your mom for 56 years. Oh, excuse me. Maybe 36 years, because she didn't have you when she was born. Since we're speaking of physics and biology. KR, let's put you up again. KRAR, $5. What does it say? Appreciate your insight between the taking care of our parents, lifelong pursuit of knowledge, being good people, and helping others. Appreciate you. Well, let's put up here. Appreciation. Well, I will tell this. I appreciate Kimmy for being on the live stream with us.
Well, thank you.
And I know all of you do as well. And I appreciate all of you watching. I mean, it's always nicer to have, this, I would rather have 7 people watching, but they're sharing interesting comments like you are, KR, and being genuinely interested in what's being said, than 500 people and they're just giving spam comments. And I mean, look, Kimmy and I can feel good that we inspired you and, gave you a different perspective, reminded Freeboat that that there are some who lost their mothers at even an earlier age. We should be grateful. I'm grateful that my mom has lived this long, 77 years old. Maybe this is the year. Maybe she lives to be 87. Maybe she lives to be 97. I don't know. I have got no idea. Jay says, I love you. I love you too. Chase is back. Your hairline is as far as the Great Wall of China. Thank you. Do you know they designed the Great Wall of China based on my hairline? Just so you know.
Okay.
And I agree, Chase. You need to super chat to insult my hairline.
Right.
Yeah. Let's remove that message. And Chase, if you want to insult me, my hairline again, you can give me a super chat. Okay? That's how it goes. Let's see. KR's got to go. Wish you all the best. That's all good. We're gonna sign this off for now. We're gonna come back in 3 minutes, and we're gonna do a 20-minute members only interview with Kimmy. We're gonna find out if she wears boxers, briefs, or boxer briefs.
Okay.
Freeboat says 27 years was good enough. Her memories live on through me. I love that, Freeboat. And her memories live on through me to us, because I know so much about your mom just based on the stories that you've told, and we all love her. And hey, Freeboat's mama, keep watching over him. And watch over me and Kimmy and everyone else in the live stream too. And will you tell God to give us a little sign showing that you're real? We want some tangible proof. Am I right, Kimmy?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's just do one last check to see if we got one more sub.
Okay.
We were at 5,503. Wow, 5,505.
Woohoo! Thank you.
We got two more. So any of you guys who are members, please come back in 3 minutes. We'll be getting a little bit more in depth with Kimmy. And there'll only be a few people because I don't have a lot of members, but you can ask more specific questions, this and that. And to the rest of you, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for considering super chatting. Thank you for considering becoming a member. YouTube.com/Monroe Mann/join. JOIN. Thank you guys. Oh, Kimmy, what are your final words of advice for everybody?
Don't sit on your ass. Dream it, plan it, and do it.
Don't sit on your ass, plan it, and do it. From Miss Kimmy Williams. Remember to check out her channel. It's at What's on Kimmy's Mind. At What's on Kimmy's Mind. Dre Stat, nice to see you. Freeboat, great to see you. SM, Chase, Freeboat, Athena, KR, blah, 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 blah. All good. Kimmy, we'll sign off, take a bathroom break, get a little something to drink. Come back, click on the second link.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.